Hello and welcome to Anatomy of Us. I'm your host, Melanie Studley.
What's up, guys? My name is Seth Studley. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Thank you for joining the show. If you are brand new to the show, we have over 500 episodes of guest shows, of telling our story, of the things that we have done to improve ourselves and to improve our marriage. So you're in the right place. We're glad you're here.
We're giving real help to real couples. That's what we do on the show. And
That's
today we're excited to announce a brand new thing that we're doing this year called the AOU Holiday Hotline.
This is a live show, by the way.
Yeah.
This is real applause.
Finna be. So what is the AOU Holiday Hotline? So it's the Anatomy of Us Holiday Hotline. So I had this fun idea that I wanted to allow people to have a space to vent freely about anything, about their in-laws, their marriage, their whatever. And it's kind of like you're sending us a voicemail. We'll listen to it. We'll make you anonymous. We can change the pitch of your voice if you're afraid people will know who you are. But we just want to give you a place.
I'm having problems with my mother-in-law.
That was funny. So we want to give you a place to get it all off of your chest, and then we will give you tips and tools and insight and wisdom and things that you can do to make these holidays months be better.
Yeah,
because we get it. We get that the holidays can be challenging, and
they can be stressful, and we really talk a lot about family of origin stuff. I'm a family systems therapist, so trained in a bunch of different ways, but you are a product of where you came from, right? And oftentimes we can't escape that. Obviously we can't escape that, and we have to deal with it. We have to go to Thanksgiving, we have to do Christmas, we have to do these holidays, and sometimes they can be uncomfortable, and we want to actually equip you with tools, tips, interventions, or just a mindset shift to help you get through it. And more importantly, just help you getting through it, we want you to get through it and be on the same page with your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, how important is it for you and I to go to a Thanksgiving or a Christmas or something and just be in lockstep, just solid, like, oh yeah, Uncle who-and-so is... Who-and-so?
Old Uncle Who-and-so.
Is crazy.
He's Irish.
But
Uncle Who-and-so.
Isn't that Scottish?
I don't know.
Do a Scottish accent.
I can't at the moment. I can't think
Okay,
of it.
but the point is we've all had probably arguments or some, I don't know, gritty feelings towards each other when we've done family events. Our goal is to help you and your spouse and family get through those events and not like cuss each other out on the ride home. You know what I'm saying? So this is a place to vent, but when you say that, I don't want to just like hear like crap talking, about people fussing about their mother-in-law or something. If it's helpful, sure, we'll give you that space. But I want it to be constructive also.
Well, we're bringing the construction.
We're bringing the construction.
You bring us your dumpster fire, and we'll help you put it out, tidy it up, and get it all dolled up for holidays.
You bring us the materials, and we'll build something for it. We'll build something.
I don't know.
Well, okay.
Get it off your chest, and we do the rest. We were trying to think of slogans.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I don't know.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
That was
but
good.
so like the idea of the holiday hotline, I genuinely think most people don't have a helpful friend that they can like vent these things to and then get constructive feedback on. Usually they'll just have kind of like it'll turn into like a crapping on party, and which is not helpful. We don't want that. Yeah. So we don't want that. But you're welcome to just throw it all at us. Like think launching a dumpster fire in a giant, what are those, trebuchet? Like a giant launcher.
A slingshot.
And we can take
slingshot.
A crap slinger. Sling the flaming crap at us and just vent. Like I said, we'll leave you anonymous. We can change the pitch of your voice if you want, anything like that. But I wanted to allow people to be like, I am so sick of what my mother-in-law does. No, this is not my real mother-in-law, but an example, right? Like every single Christmas, she makes me sit at the kids' table or whatever the thing is, right? And because we've all been there where we're like, what? Am I on like planet Zepto space here where no one sees how wacky this behavior is,
but
right?
we're all just tolerating it. It's like, okay, crazy uncle is drunk again, but nobody says anything about it because they don't want to rock the apple cart or make auntie whoever feel weird or mom feel weird and stuff. So we tolerate these things, and we don't want you to just like tolerate it. We want you to navigate it appropriately so you don't feel crazy after you leave. Like we don't want you to feel worse after you leave the holiday stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. We want to give you tips and tools and ideas and even reframing some of the ways that you look at things so that when you go into that situation, number one, you'll be prepared. You can have thought through like, oh, I can say this thing when my uncle starts talking about politics and I know we have different opinions or whatever, right? We will give you tools as an individual to deal with other individuals, also as a couple to deal with the thoughts and feelings that you have or how to navigate it. Here's a perfect example. A lot of times if you're going to, like, let's say we would go to my family's house because we live closer for holidays, right? So we're going to my house. Guess what happens to me when I go to my house on our holiday season stuff? What do I turn into?
What happens to you?
What do I turn into? What age do I revert to?
Oh, okay. So family of origin, youngest child, you kind of turn into, I
used to.
I'm not like talking crap about you now. You used to be like, okay, I'm the baby. Seth do everything
I'm 17.
pertaining to our kids.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like,
I revert right to like, I'm in high school, no responsibilities. I don't know what's anything.
Right.
Like I just turn into a kid.
So
and
what
this
that
is really common.
What that left me feeling was alone at the holiday stuff, having to take care of all the kids and navigate this and that, and then being ready to go and just being ignored of like, hey, Melanie, come on, let's go. But you're sitting over there, I don't know.
Making a puzzle
eating blow pops and blowing bubbles with your sister doing a puzzle. I'm like, hey, we have kids. Let's go. They're ready. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that happens all the time. Or let's think of an example of, say, for my family. Maybe we go there and I would ignore you, talking to my brothers or my mom or Uncle so-and-so or whoever. And that left you on the fray at my family's house, right? Which you're just by nature of the
I can't even
relationship-
understand your family, let alone be let alone with them.
They do speak English.
Hardly.
But it's Southern English, right? But that would leave you on the fray,
Yeah.
kind of in an environment by nature. When people get married, obviously, I am being adopted into your family, okay? I don't know these people kind of thing. And then same thing, right? So don't do that to your spouse. And if that is an issue that has come up over and over and over, maybe it's not with your in-laws. Maybe it's my husband treats me like doo-doo when we go over to his parents' house.
Doo-Dooville, USA.
That's right. So we can talk about that.
Yeah.
And, of course, on that one, you can remain anonymous on that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right.
Anonymity.
Or if you're like, my husband, Joe Smith, treats me like dirt. And we...
Joe Dirt, you mean?
Oh, yeah, Joe Dirte. So why don't you tell the Holiday Hotline?
So the number for the Holiday Hotline is 425-310-2467. Again, that's 425-310-2467. Come and vent, anonymous venting with helpful tips on let's think of this like food. You get a side helping, you get a side of venting with a heaping of helping. There we go. A heaping of helping. Wait, a helping of helping?
This is feeling like an infomercial all of a sudden.
I like it.
This is something that we are going towards, like an actual call-in show. Think about like John Deloney or Dave Ramsey or some type of show like that where we take live calls. This is a recorded call, of course, but we take live calls and answer your questions in real time and give you succinct advice on what to do. We've been married almost 20 years. I've been a marriage and family therapist for almost 15 years. We have tons of clients. We have tons of therapy clients. We have seen some stuff, right?
And most importantly, we have success, a lot of success with our therapy clients, our high performance marriage coaching clients. But you just did a second announcement without saying it was an announcement.
Well,
so the second,
I slipped it in there.
A sneak announcement is that we are transitioning to a call-in show. It won't be live because that's too much to manage and I don't want to. But it will be a call-in show where we're talking to you one-on-one. Again, you can remain anonymous, no names, anything like that, and we can talk to you directly. So it will be the same phone number, 425-310-2467. And when you call that number, you can either leave us a voicemail for the Holiday Hotline, or you can say, I would like to schedule a call to be on the show, and we can talk in real life.
Now, let me give you some caveat piece here, right?
Caviar.
Yes, caviar. So when you do call in, make sure that you are succinct to a degree. We cannot listen to an 8-minute long message and go, okay, that was a lot to unpack, which would take 2 hours in an actual therapy coaching session to do, right? So come prepared with some points, some venting, right? Maybe how you would like advice, and then what you want from us. You know what I'm saying? So I would say keep it at like 1 to 2 minutes, like a minute and a half. That's a lot of talking, actually.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
Okay,
but just be succinct and know what your question is. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just
but
be
that's
succinct.
not. I mean, the holiday hotline is for venting.
Yeah.
It's like when you got that steam cooker and you flick that top there.
What?
It's a pressure cooker.
I'm not sure.
You got to get that. What's it called? It's the Instant Pot. It's the Instant Pot. You got to get that steam out before you go to the holidays so you don't blow up all over Auntie Sue and let her know the what for and sling gravy at her face.
The what for? Where does that even come from?
Who knows? So call the holiday hotline, vent, get it all out so you don't explode at the holiday season. Let us know. Again, 425-310-2467. And I look forward to this transition in our show and this transition in just helping you through your holiday process.
Oh, I think it's going to be awesome. And think about it as we really want to be helpful here. So give us enough information to where we can say, hey, Auntie is clearly out of line. You need to draw this boundary here and be empowered and feel confident about a boundary. And you need your husband to step up and back you up on this. And this is how you talk to your husband about it. Maybe use the clearing structure or something, or the retro casting, right?
Listen, you're getting ahead of yourself.
I
What
am
kind of
ahead of
things will
myself.
people call in and vent about on the holiday hotline? Can you think of some?
Well, I think of the two examples, like, hey, my spouse ditches me when we basically go over there and just does whatever, and that's not cool.
I could see couples venting about traditions. Like, so-and-so wants to open Christmas presents the night before Christmas, but we never did it that day. We always did one, and then we do it the morning of Christmas, and then we usually have hot cocoa. People get into fights about this stuff, so vent, and then we'll do the rest and giving you some tips. What else?
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe about certain roles.
Oh, yeah. Say more.
Let's see. So certain...
Like challah or these kind of rolls?
No,
a
not
crusty bread roll?
I know you're like into baking bread right now, but no, not gluten items. Gluten. But let's say, so we've covered the, hey, my spouse ditches me when I get over there, or my mother-in-law has always had beef with me because I basically took her son from her, or my father-in-law is like all butthurt because I'm being the strong male presence that he wasn't for his daughter, but it's my wife, and I've learned some tips, and I lead, and I kind of like catch weird vibes from him. I need help on navigating that.
We have some clients where in-laws won't even talk to the spouse. So like a brother-in-law will not speak to the wife. And so that's a thing to navigate, man. Let flick that Instant Pot toggle on the top and let that steam vent, because that is a lot to carry. And
creating boundaries, like, okay, and here's a big one, and I don't know why it's always the uncle, but Uncle so-and-so always drinks too much or whatever, and starts not like being super inappropriate, but is like just like, oh, this is weird, uncomfortable. So maybe the spouse needs to just intervene, like, okay, keep your eyes peeled. Like, okay, I know that my wife or husband kind of gets anxious when we go to these things. So I, as the other spouse that cares and is informed, am going to keep my eyes peeled during the whole time. Like, okay, is she stuck? Does she want me to come save her? Does she need an out here? What's the deal? Right? So what does that do? Not only gets you out of the weird situation, but it goes, I really felt listened to and supported by my husband right now. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm excited about this because it's going to give you strategies and tactics and tools and ways of looking at the situation within the holiday season, but also in the broader sense of your marriage and how you handle things and strategizing with different people in your life. I think it's going to be awesome. So again, the AOU Holiday Hotline, 425-310-2467. Give us a call. We will chop your turkey and flip your gravy. I don't know. You say one. I was trying to think of like zappy things and I just simply can't. Spill the gravy and get some turkey and tips.
No,
turkey tips.
We're gonna. Oh man.
What? Say.
I'm trying to think of a dish, but then something funny to put a pun on it or something. If you think of one,
Yeah. If
leave
you
it on the
think of one,
hotline.
let
We'll play
us
it.
know.
Put the
Yeah.
Mac in the Roni. I don't know. This is silly. But anyway, 425-310-2467. We will happily answer your question and try to support you to make you actually have a fun holiday and a fun Christmas or whatever kind of holidays you celebrate.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a lot of family time, high stress. We want you to navigate it the best you can and have you leaving with your spouse on the same page.
Yeah. And even if you aren't worried about the holidays specifically and you just want to vent about your in-laws, you can do that as well. You can vent about your kids. Again, this is just a way to get it out, get that steam out. We'll talk about what we think would be the best way to handle it and give you some tips and tricks. And I will say this too. No, there's no stupid questions. There's no stupid venting here because you sharing your story is going to help someone else feel seen. So don't be weird or shy about it, right? Call 425-310-2467 to vent that stuff.
All right.
All right.
I'm super excited about
I
this.
know.
So, all right,
Look
guys.
forward to chatting.
Yep,
All right.
excited about this. Happy holidays.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.